just put this here again. Cool. I think that's good. Let's see. Audio looks fine. Getting set up. We're almost there. Did you like that? You like that can open? Beautiful. Beautiful ASMR. I don't know if it came through or not, or if it was filtered out. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have some fun things to go over today. Last time, I forgot to change my stream info. That's okay. This is going to be just a little 2.2. 1 second. Okay, cool. Gate call, you know. Those sorts of things. Right, so we're going to finish up our stack. We're going to do a couple things, and we're going to use a cool tool that my buddy sent me that I forgot the name of already, called valgrind, which people may know about from C++ or C, because you can use that for other binaries as well. So we're doing some valgrind memory leak detection. Cool. All right, sweet. Here we go. All right, so yeah, so last time we went over stack, we did a basic implementation that probably is not functional. We didn't have time to write tests. But of course it's Rust, so if it compiles, it's bug free, right? Right? Yeah. So let's jump into that a little bit. And because there's one really obvious thing that I need to fix, and then there's one that could be non-obvious. People coming from languages where you have to manually manage memory would be obvious too. But the first obvious thing that we just didn't do yet is add grow to our push. So let's just go ahead and do that. So this is just if we don't have any more capacity, we need to grow. And we implemented grow last time, most likely is correct. We could go ahead and write tests now to make sure that our stack is working, which I think is fine to do. Let's just do a write and a build. I did a test, but that's fine too. Looks good. Okay, so now we're going to write some tests for our stack. So far all we did on our stack as far as like our API goes, our public interface, is we just have a push and a pop. Obviously the constructor, we wrote our first test already, which is just to say if we don't have any elements and we try to pop something off, we should return none, and our length should still be 0. Now I should be able to access the private this should work because I should be able to access the private field on the struct since I'm using super in the test. Yeah, cool. So we have that. That looks good. So the next thing we're going to do is add some elements. I know that grow happens actually when we add our first element. So if grow is not working, we should see something wrong basically right away. Let me think how I want to do this. Yeah, so basically, maybe we should actually start with valgrind and just get that set up, especially as we're waiting for a few more people to join us here. 1 second here. So let's go and find valgrind. There it is. Browser, nope. There it is. Okay. So this is valgrind. It's pretty cool. Detect memory errors with valgrind for Rust programs. It's a valuable tool if you're using unsafe Rust, which we are, and we're also noobs, so we need to know how to actually use unsafe Rust correctly and make sure that we're not creating memory leaks from, you know, the code that we're writing. Of course, if we were to run valgrind against like a Java project, it actually just has a shortcut in valgrind that it detects if it's Java, and if it is, it just returns true. It returns, you know, yeah, there are many memory leaks, don't even bother. We're not even going to tell you. They just say, oh, Java, okay, use literally anything else. Just kidding, that's a joke. But yeah. So this is pretty cool. I am new to valgrind. We're not going to read this. I'd rather just use the tool because I think it's pretty straightforward, right? So let's just get back down to like how we actually can install cargo valgrind. Okay, here we go. So if we go here, we should be able to. Do you not just tell me how to install it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a. There it is. I knew they would figure it out. Okay, cool. So let's jump over to our term and get that installed. It's far away. I haven't used it in a while. Okay, there it is. Cargo. Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened. That's fine. How about this? Okay, that was happy. If you were following when I was actually writing OSS in Rust on a very large, not very large, but a larger project, this was basically my whole life, except there were like 159 dependencies that it would have to compile. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I had nice 2 to 5 minute breaks between everything that I wanted to build. Okay, cool. So we have cargo valgrind in there. So let's jump back and figure out usage. Okay, cool. So basically we have cargo valgrind run. I really can't talk. Cargo valgrind test. All right, sweet. So you can use it. You can use it for both. So let's just try a little run. Our main right now doesn't do a whole lot, right? I haven't really bothered. We're mostly just writing these against some tests. So like our main of this library, Vivax, what's up? Yeah, you're early. I know, it's always like, I mean, I'm gonna do it regardless of how many viewers I have, right? But it is kind of like, huh, I don't know. Like, do I want to wait to cover certain things until like the crew comes, you know? Is my memory failing me? You were not VIP before. This is new. This is new. I went ahead and assigned some roles. Yeah. I just made some of the regulars VIP. I finally got the little community thing. because of having over 50 followers and other certain things I hit as a streamer. So we're officially a Twitch community. Isn't that special? Does that warm your heart? Yeah. Good times. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just checking out this tool called Cargo valgrind. Since you have been around Rust, maybe you've heard of it before. First time I've heard about it, but basically helps check for memory leaks in unsafe Rust programs. So we are checking that out, and we went ahead. Never used unsafe, so no. Yeah. Hey Teeny, how's it going? Thanks for hopping in. Okay, so you can basically just use it as a cargo subcommand. So if I just want to run the program, I can use cargo valgrind run. A bin target must be available for cargo run. Yeah, I didn't build anything yet, right? It probably is a problem. So this should work. What? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm using this as a lib, and then I'm trying to run it. You can't run a lib. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. Okay, let's make sure we can use this for test. If we can't use it for test, I'll be kind of sad. Okay, valgrind executable not found. Oh, okay. We can pass lib. No. Running unit test source/lib.rs. Okay, what happens if we just do cargo test? What does it show? It shows the exact same thing, except it actually runs them. So it really is that this valgrind executable not found. Oh, maybe I didn't. That's the problem. So I installed it to cargo, but I actually needed valgrind on my system separately. So that's the issue. So let's go ahead and install valgrind. Okay. Very cool. It is an instrumentation framework for building dynamic analysis tools. Neat. So how do I install it on Mac? I could just try a brew install. I bet it's there, but I just, you know. Quick start. That seems good. No, that's not good. Okay, well, am I just blind? Is there not like a, this is how you install valgrind? I guess I can click here. Oh, I had to click the release. That was a little interesting. Many Linux distributions come with valgrind. Oh, that's cool. Let's just try, I think I might just try brew, even though brew is terrible. But I'm on Mac, you know, you kind of just deal with the homebrew when you're on Mac, despite its insane stuff. I'm on the fence on what I think about stuff like this. If you're just a wrapper for another CLI tool, should you install that CLI? Yeah, exactly. It is kind of weird because I kind of assumed that if I was doing a cargo install valgrind, it would have just worked. Linux is required for the software. Does it really not work on Mac? I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. Valgrind Mac OS. That would be such a bummer. Okay, a valgrind mirror. Oh, there's a, okay. I had this whole thing set up and I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be great. Okay, this looks promising. Latest Mac OS support, and it was committed to last month. Okay, x86, good, good. And I always forget what I'm actually on. Isn't that terrible? What am I on? I am on Ventura. I'm on 13. No. Why doesn't this... Okay, 10.13 and earlier. Okay, we're good. Crash when using WQ thread. Okay, this doesn't look terrible. Okay, and it has a brew tap, as expected. Okay. We should be good. We should be good. Yeah, many Rust tools do this. For example, you can either use the CLI tool, but you can also use the crate directly. But I mean, depending on the size of the thing, I can understand using a system install. Now, it is a little bit more confusing. I mean, I get that valgrind is bigger than this one particular implementation on cargo, but it is still kind of confusing, right? So, I get it, Vivax. I don't think you're wrong by any means. Let's see. I lost. I was like, oh, maybe brew is done. Of course, it's not done. I am doing this in this. I don't want to do anything else until I have this because I think it's more interesting that way. But because I'm expecting a certain result from our memory leak analysis, and we'll see if my hypothesis is confirmed or not. Yeah, I know. I mean, all package managers suck a little bit, right? It's not an easy problem. It's not. There's like, but homebrew really hurts me. I mean, honestly, APT gets hate. I didn't mind APT when I was on Ubuntu Linux. Yeah, I know. Like first day at a job, if you have Mac and everything gets installed with brew, you're just like sitting there waiting forever. But yeah, this is thrilling streaming content right now. I mean, we've got valgrind installing with homebrew. How cool is it that some dude made a port of it? I'm gonna give that guy a GitHub star. He's already got 928 of them, but now he has 929. Thanks, man. Oh, man. Okay. There might be something I can do in the meantime. We could comment out stuff while we're waiting. I think it is finally on the actual binary, like this actual binary that it's installing, but maybe not. Automake. Okay. Well, we'll see. It still might take a while. We'll see if we can just write some tests and we'll just comment them out. Okay, so we're gonna assert. What are we gonna do? We're gonna add some things to our list, right? Whoops, this is not the right place. Let's actually get to stack. How about that? Okay, so no, I didn't really mean to assert EQ. I meant to S-push. S-push, what do we do? A use size? Okay, so let's just do 5. That'll do 1 grow. And let's just make sure we're good here. So then we're gonna insert. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't wait because it's still thinking. Assert EQ 1 s.len And we only have a pop, so I'm just gonna pop it real quick. Sum1, comma s dot pop, because we don't have a peak or anything like that. I didn't do anything. This is just a super basic stack. Okay. What else do I want? I probably want to push one more time. Well, actually, we should be able to do push 4. And we actually can test that our capacity hasn't changed, which could be like a little bit interesting, you know? Just, even though it's an internal implementation detail, you wouldn't really write a unit test. You've fallen? Did you fall, Soundle? Like, for real? We talked about Vim yesterday. This is true. We did talk about Vim. Were you not here for that conversation? I'm sorry. That's probably, it's kind of bad that I don't remember. I remember talking to Vivax. Oh, it was Vivax and CodePill, I think. I think those were the two. Yeah. All good. You can continue the conversation. You know, it's all good. Okay. Just so I remember what I was doing, we should actually still have a cap of 1. So that will be interesting. And then let's just push 10 and we'll just do s.len. Okay, so that's that. Valgrind did finally install. All right, you guys can see the terminal in the code view. Sometimes I forget that. Duh. All right, guessing this is what I want. Ooh, it's working. Let's see. Let's see. Does it do it? Okay. Okay, I like it. There's the valgrind. Okay. Leaked 4.8 kilobytes total. I don't know. KIB? Is that? No, that's not. Is that kilo? I'm guessing that's kilobytes. Alright. Anyway. I'm bad at stuff like that. Nice. Look at this. Look at these memory leaks. This is a lot of fun. That is a lot of output, though. I don't know if I'm going to... Is this program written in Swift? Interesting. Okay. 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 Malik zone Malik. I was kind of figuring it would give me like a memory address so that this output was actually helpful. Yeah, because it's unsafe. Yeah, right. Because this is an unsafe code. So that's why I wanted this, wanted to use this to like test out some things. So that's kind of the idea. This is what I'm thinking. I can run a single test. Let's try to run just a single test. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Here, let's go to terminal view. Nope. Come on, you can do this. Control space? Is that warp? Okay. Cargo run single test. I never remember what it is. Vivax, no spoilers, okay? No spoilers. I totally forgot about... Okay, fine, we'll just spoil it. Should we just spoil it? I totally spaced on doing a drop implementation. Granted, I was like excited and just trying to finish the basic stack before I had to go yesterday. But yeah, that's the reality. The reality is that I I am not dropping. I am not deallocating my stack. Okay. Test function name. So what? Stack works, I guess? Okay. All right. We can do that. Test -- lib. And then what? I'm going to just say stack works. Will it just run that one test? That's what I want. Okay. Panicked. Nice. Okay. This is totally fine. Oh, that's really funny. So I just made a mistake in my test. That's easy to fix. Do we have any other actual failures? No. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. We should have test pass. Okay, test passed. That's nice. Our stack's working. But we do have memory leaks. So let's see. Interesting. This is the other thing I want to do then. Let's go back to code view. Yeah, Teeny, you got it. I've got AI in the terminal. It's true. You got to love unsafe. You get to have the pains of the borrow checker and the pains of manual memory management. That's not untrue. That is not untrue. That's really funny. Oh, would you believe it? Okay, let's see. I was hoping I'd get something cool looking. No. All right. We'll just go over here. 1 second. Why choose? I don't know what you're talking about, Teeny. Sorry. I know that I'm live. I know. I'm the person right here doing this. I'm aware that I'm live. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Is that as much as I can zoom? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it now. I am now in a new class of streamers. Oh, let's see. I want it a little bit lower. Come on, you can do it. No, there we go. I can now apply to be an affiliate. We did it. Okay. I didn't think I'd actually care when I started doing all this, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I don't know. I mean, the only thing is, like, do people get ads if you aren't an affiliate? That's really funny, Vivax. I totally can get that. Ah, there's no errors. There must be something wrong here. That's hilarious. That's good stuff. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys. You haven't seen ads? Okay. That's the only thing that I'm a little like, like if I do the affiliate thing, then people are going to get ads. I don't know. I guess they're just used to it. Yeah, I don't get ads at all on Twitch because of how I watch it. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. What were we going to do? So yeah, so basically valgrind is saying that we have some memory leaks, and we are going to see if we can't figure out where they exist. The first thing that I wanted to do is see if I like comment all of the actual memory allocations out, if I'm still why does visual mode keep doing that to me? I'm obviously being dumb. Sound, I totally forgot to respond to your long thing about editors. I'm sorry. I spaced. I got distracted. But yeah, like I totally agree with basically everything that you said. Oh no, it was Vivax. Yeah. You were, oh okay, Soundle, I was learning Vim keystrokes instead of working all day. Oh no, it was just a Vivax rant. We can skip that. We can skip that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if I read it. Yeah. It's all subjective. It really just is based on like the person, right? It's kind of like operating system and all that, so all those things. No, you're not annoying it out at all, Soundle. Not at all. Not at all. No, I was saying we can just skip another Vivax rant. You know, he's had enough of them today. I feel like he's had enough. I'm sorry. I keep saying he. I do that a lot. Vivax. I don't know. He might be a he. We don't really know. He doesn't have to tell me. They don't have to tell me. Let me just tell you. I'm from California. That's where it's a he. Very good. Thanks. I'm from California, and we say dude to everybody. We call everybody dude. We call everybody man. So if my default pronoun for people is masculine, it's not out of me being a piece of crap. I'll just say that. But hey, call me out on it if you want to. I'm cool with that. Tell me your pronouns if you want to. I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with all sorts of things. But if you get mad at me, I'm sorry. It's hard. It's hard to do that on the interwebs. I like rainbows too. I do have a little tag on my stream that indicates the different rainbows that I like too. So I don't know. Doesn't really indicate which ones, just that I like some of them. But yeah. Anyway. Good times. All right. Stack works. What was I trying to do? I was trying to... Okay, so people who are better at Vim than I am, most people, how come now when I go into visual and then I do a little 6J, oh, I already figured it out. It's not visual, it's visual line. Visual line, that was my mistake. There we go. And then I hit that Shift I, and then I can do a little bit of this and a little bit of escape, and we commented everything. There's probably an easier way to do that. That's how I do it. Sorry. Okay, so all of that was just so that we could run this again. So let's switch back to here, and okay. Now we get some valgrind stuff. So we still have a memory leak. Even here, that's kind of surprising and disappointing. Leaked 528 bytes in one block. I mean, but I should not have even been allocating anything. Okay, let's see how this works. We have a little backtrace. Okay, let's go to the top of our... We're still going. We're still going. There it is. Okay. Rust DSA main. Okay, this is fine. How much RAM is that terminal using? Probably a stupid amount of RAM. Do you really want to know? Let's look. Let's look. I would do PS, but then, I mean not PS, I mean top. But then I would probably even use more memory somehow. So let's just look at it like under normal conditions. Oh my god. My whatever the stupid thing's called on the bottom of the Mac screen kept moving. It likes to do that when I'm streaming. Okay, I have it there, activity monitor. Let's see what we got. Memory. Okay, okay, not as much as I would have expected. Let's see, it's not even in the top 10. 146 megabytes. Yeah. Not so bad. Definitely less than, I mean, Brave, no, OBS Studio is the winner. I mean, Brave collectively is the winner, but I also have, you know, probably like 70 tabs open across different desktops, different workspaces. So that's on me. Okay, let's see if we can actually understand how valgrind works here. Maybe we should go back to our little article and see if it explains anything. It does not. Rust and valgrind post. Okay, let's just read this together because I think it answers some of the questions that people had too anyway. We'll go bigger. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. There and there. Okay. I know how to do this. Okay. Valgrind is much more than a tool for detecting memory errors, and Rust is not entirely memory safe. Yeah. All good. So we kind of read about this. It's a generic framework for building dynamic binary analysis tools. Rust, not entirely memory safe. Rust is famous for its memory safety, assuming you avoid unsafe. A lot of the time this is possible, but in certain cases, such as writing data structures that want to actually mutate memory blocks directly or have raw mutable pointers, using unsafe is unavoidable. This isn't a bad thing though, and it's worth remembering while a small percentage of Rust code has to be unsafe. In C and C++ programs, every line of code is effectively unsafe. Wow. So rough, so harsh. I'm sorry about the white on here. I actually have a dark mode thing that I could have turned on and I didn't. Sorry. Rust and valgrind, profiling tools and checking tools. Let's see. You use memcheck to diagnose multiple crashes along the way, blah, blah, blah. I really thought that you would just give me like a rundown of like, yeah, this is valgrind. It's great. You should use it. This is how you actually read output. Those are the kinds of things I wanted. Okay, it's fine. This does not seem to be... This backtrace, that does not seem to be related to my actual code, which kind of gives me like a, why did you bother giving me a backtrace? Anybody else with me? All right. Well, I was hoping this would just be like really, really helpful, but so far I'm not so feeling the helpfulness. It's nice to know that I am leaking memory, but you could see Rust DSA. All right, let's, oh, it's right there. Oh my God. I saw that earlier and then I totally spaced. Okay, Rust DSA, test main, but it shouldn't even be running that path, that test. So maybe I think this output is actually the same regardless of, okay, yeah, that's a good call out. Here, let's just search for it in the terminal. No, I mean, I get that, Vivex. I'm not saying that. I'm just kind of like, why, what's the backtrace exactly? Like, I don't know. At first I was like, this backtrace isn't useful at all, but obviously that's not true. So all I'm seeing is DSA main, which is interesting. So we have a lazy box. Okay. Yeah. I guess I was hoping it would be like, oh, it's actually in this test at least that you're having problems. Okay. So I guess what we could do is see if our leak goes down after we implement draw, or if our leak goes up when we enable these other tests, right? So right now we leaked 5.2K total, right? Yeah, that's our total all across these things. Okay, so let's uncomment the tests. We'll write that. That's right. We just need a GC, and then we say, so why are we writing Rust then? We're using unsafe. We're using a GC. So, okay, same amount of leak. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. Not what I would have expected. So I don't appear to be leaking more memory. I mean, I know these are cheap value, like small value. Okay, that's a good point. Sorry. This is 5.2K, and this is like 4 bytes of values, right? Like, I mean, the size of my current thing, it's not even close to it. It's a really good call out. Hey, Justice. How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Hope you're doing well. We're just looking at some memory leaks in Rust because we're writing unsafe. We're writing some unsafe Rust. All right, so we need some values that are going to take up more memory. I mean, let's think about this. These are U sizes. I'm on a 64-bit system, so that means each one of these would take 8 bytes, right? And so if I only have 2 elements anyway, I think that's all I have, yeah. So that's only 16 bytes. It's not even going to really show up. Unsafe Rust is dangerous. Yesterday we talked about unprotected vex, and it's not recommended, okay? It's important that you use protection. It's pretty easy in Rust. You just don't write an unsafe block. Yeah, but it's probably a good plan. It's just for the data structures that I wanted to write, it wasn't possible. I stuck to it. So what did we do? We have our array list. Right. We have our array list that's all using safe code. But it's not a real array list because I'm actually just using a vec underneath. And what is a vec? Basically an array list. So, and the reason we couldn't use a real array is because you can't have that raw mutable pointer stuff. Right, once you get into concurrency stuff, you often, if you're not, if you're having to implement something from scratch, right, concurrency by its nature is not safe. Just not guaranteed by the compiler. Though Rust does point out, of course, that their compiler does not guarantee the safety of like it doesn't disallow race conditions, for instance. Classic concurrency problem, right? That's not something that Rust is trying to do either. But anyway, yeah, it's a good call out. I saw your message, Vivax. Let's see. Let's go back to just running lib, because I kind of think, let's see if it's any different. Bazooka 1712, thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's the same. That's what I thought. So the way that this works is Cargo creates a binary, right, for running tests that includes the test code. And then valgrind is actually just running its analysis over that binary, as far as I understand it. And so it's the same binary. So when you actually say just run this single test, it doesn't mean that you're only getting that path compiled. So this is for the whole project, which kind of annoys me a little bit, to be honest with you. Let me think if there's a... Okay, let's try this. In lib, what if we got rid of some of our mods up here? What if we commented some of these out? Do you think that would take them out of the binary? Yeah, TBH, Rust async is not the best experience ever. Especially with currently not having async methods and traits and having to use either boxed futures or implementing polling manually. Yeah, totally. Before I started doing DSA on stream, I was doing an implementation for a existing Rust project called Atomic Data, which is like a distributed data store. And so like everything's async in that whole thing. So totally get that. It did feel a little bit weird versus other concurrency models I have used, I will admit, or async models at least I should say, right? Okay, so it's the exact same thing, so that didn't seem to matter. What if we just do cargo valve? Oh, right, cargo. If I say build, that doesn't work for a lib. Is that right? No, that's not right. I'm being crazy. Cargo valgrind. Oh, is that I can't run? I can't run without doing the test binary. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's just see if we add... What if we added like a bunch of... Okay, first let's get out of weird Emacs things. Let's go back to our lib. No, I don't want... it was me. It was me. Let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's get back here to stack. And should we just try to put like a bunch of values on here? Does that make sense? So what do we need to see? If this is 0.2k and we're writing 8 bytes with every value, we would expect to see, I guess if we wrote 1,000 values, we definitely should see something, right? So if I said for n in 1 to 1,000, we'll make that inclusive. You're using Helix, yeah. I'm using Emacs with evil mode. That's what this is. We're inclusive about our editor usage on this stream. I do not think that I have the best editor in the world. It works well for me most of the time, except yesterday when it froze twice, but that was probably because of the 8 gigs of RAM that macOS decided to assign to the touch bar UI, because yes, I still have a freaking touch bar. So fun times. Yeah, it was disappointing, Justice. It was disappointing. All right. For in 1 to 1,000, we're just going to push n onto our stack. Now, if this doesn't show up in a memory leak, I will be rather confused. Arch, by the way. Yeah. We do that. We do that here for fun. All right. Let's just do this. And if this still doesn't work, that's fine. We'll just move on. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for, like, is valgrind going to show me useful things? Memory allocation of 32 bytes failed? What are you talking about? Okay. Does cargo test not work? Have you used cargo valgrind, Justice? I have not used it. And of course, valgrind technically by itself, the official project, is not supported on Mac. So, you know, okay, let's do a cargo test, make sure we're not crazy. Looks fine. We're not breaking anything. Let's do a valgrind test. I think this is my last try. Invalid valgrind usage. What the actual heck? I'm just trying to get you to tell me, yes, in fact, you have a memory leak that I know exists because I didn't implement drop for my stack using unsafe memory allocations. It's pretty funny when you know what it's supposed to tell you and you still can't get it. Yeah, I'm trying to do a little memory thing. Does Miri show anything? I'm not a systems programmer, man. I'm posing. No, I mean, I'm not really. I mean, it's in there. You can't run because it's a high end is near. Welcome back, and can't run because it's a lib. There's nothing. There's no main, so it's just a little test. Miri is apparently a machine intelligence research institute. Thanks. You're like, all right, let me send you a link. Yes, I can create a main and create a stack. I could do that. I could copy the code that I'm doing and just put it in the main. Okay. I didn't actually fix them, Vivax. Valgrind failed. It failed for some reason. But if I just run it normally, it doesn't fail and all my tests pass. So I feel like this is not a me screwing up memory. I think I'm gonna blame it on the tool. An experimental interpreter for Rust's mid-level intermediate representation. It can run binaries and test suites of cargo projects and detect certain classes of undefined behavior. Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay. How do I use this? Okay, we can do this. And then how do I actually use it? Cargo Miri test, basically the same thing as the other subcommand stuff. It downloading, installing, but then it never said it actually did it. So are we just assuming that this worked? Oh, do I have to install Miri separately? No. I'm guessing did it just not work? Or is it because I didn't change my... Is up to date. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm using stable. How do I use nightly? I always forget. How to use nightly with cargo. That's what I want to know. Is memory still allocated at the end of the execution? Because that's what should be happening because I didn't implement drop for my stack. Do I really have to do rust up override set nightly? Can't I just like... But then I don't like it. I want to just pass it as like a quick thing one time. Cargo plus nightly might work. We'll try it. Cargo plus nightly Miri test. Thanks for the tips, Justice. Hey, okay. I will run rust up component, add rust source to install the rust source component for the selected toolchain. I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't know if this is the right thing. Yeah, remember to clean. Thanks. I already forgot. I definitely forgot. Installing component rust sort. Okay. I already installed nightly though. That's why I'm a little confused. But maybe this is doing something else as well. Oh, whatever. We'll let it run. We'll let it run. End is near your valgrind suggestion. It sucked. Okay. Bad suggestion. No, I'm just kidding. It actually isn't technically supported on Mac. I then you know what, Vivex? I already installed nightly. Why isn't it making me install it again? You know what? All right. You got me on that one. You got me. Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff. Oh. All right. Let's zoom that in. To rerun, I didn't pass lib, so that might help. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So no, it actually gave me some good stuff. Let's try dash lib just to see if that gives me more good stuff. Jim Alec. I didn't clean. Yeah. I already forgot. That's so bad. Do I have to do this? Or is this gonna make me like install nightly again? Oh my god, I'm being dumb. There it is. All right. So now we have what we assume is a clean output. It looks the same. They lied to you. I hate this part of warp. This is the most annoying part. Maybe it doesn't look that bad on your screen, but it puts this like red tinted overlay over this whole block. Yeah, it's true. I don't have any depths. It's fair. That's probably that's the difference, right? And it just makes it harder to read all of the text. So you're an alacrity guy. Alacrity. Oh, right. Alacrity. Yeah, this is, no, I get it. Yeah. I've seen alacrity and it seems great. I've been using warp just to push against my own biases against new Mac OS only things that have weird things like AI built in, require you to put your email to even use the software. It's making Stallman turn over in his grave, and that's just me wishing that RMS. Okay, I won't finish that sentence, but I thought it was a pretty good joke. Okay, but yeah. Okay, let's read this. Okay, stack works. Okay, this is, yeah. I said grave. Yeah, you know, I talk about Stallman like he's already moved on to the fiery part of the afterlife. All right. It's no. He's so weird. He's just such a weird person. Okay, sorry. Okay, stack works. Undefined behavior, out of bounds pointer, arithmetic. Okay, out of bounds. So my tests pass. So that's always interesting. Like my normal test without running miri, my tests pass just fine. So this is a really good point. Let's just drive this home real quick. We'll run it with nightly, not like it matters. Hey, we wrote unsafe rust and we did good, right? And then you do this. And it doesn't even let you get the satisfaction of having green tests pass, right? Yeah, we did good. We leaked a bunch of memory. I mean, if you're coming from Java, it's the same thing, right? Yeah, it's not checking any memory. It's just checking. It's checking that those values are there. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Is I didn't. So this would be interesting. So I'm pushing 1,000 values in my test. Let's see if we can get it to like panic when I pop them. Because right now I'm not reading from the memory. I'm just writing to it. Let's see. Did I change it? I think I changed it. Thanks, Teeny. All right. Yeah, I know there's probably a nicer way I could have done this, including using valid syntax. Let's just do like, let's do 100 and see where we get. I will start with 10. Let's see if we can get anything. Obviously I don't need that. We're just going to do this. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know if I'm going to get that deep right now. I do have a hard cutoff at 4. Yeah, Clippy. I don't know what that is. That's a joke. That's a joke. Okay. I didn't even run cargo Clippy on this since this unsafe file. Oh yeah, I wanted to run it without mirroring because I wanted to see if I could get it to like fail at all. Hey, look at that. Boom. Yes. Okay. So one good thing is if I wrote a little bit more test, I don't need this N obviously, but if I wrote a little bit more tests here, I don't know why I didn't just do an R, but that's okay. I could have gotten it to fail on its own without mirroring. That's cool. So that means I actually have something wrong. Interesting. I have an idea of what it's wrong. Writing one test makes them all passed. Yeah, I know. I have an idea what I did wrong, but I think Miri also told me. Let's run Carby Clippy. Cargo Clippy. and see what they think. Okay. Okay, so they're fixing things in a file I don't care about. Good to know. ArrayList.rs. Yeah, I know. I don't like this syntax. I'm getting more used to it though. It just reminds me too much of writing Java and JavaScript. I'd rather just write more characters to do the exact same thing. just like Prime doing explicit returns in Rust. Allow warnings in the file you don't care about. That's a good idea. In the vec file, because it's just there as a reference implementation. It was mostly just copied from Rustonomicon. Can I just do a comma in dead code and just say warnings, kind of like you do for derive? I'm guessing I can do that. Okay. We'll get back to it. Self-dot length. Okay, yeah. Okay. No, we're not gonna do it. Array list. Okay, so everything. So in I don't see anything about my stack.rs file. Clippy's happy with stack.rs. And so let's go back to our miri output, because miri was very unhappy, right? Oh god. Do I really need to do another allow block in order to do the warnings? Let's find out real quick, and then we'll go back to this. I don't like to do things the usual way. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, is that more idiomatic though? Technically it didn't make me do that, but I mean, it's not like I know all the idioms, so you're probably right. You're probably right that that's more typical. I would trust you on that. Okay, so let's see. This might be the problem. Out of bounds pointer arithmetic. Alec 46110 has size 2. So pointer to 8 bytes starting at offset 0 is out of bounds. Okay, well, let's think about this. So this means either we didn't update our length properly. Yeah, we're getting real. We're getting real system programming here. I do this thing where I put my arm like this, and I do it for like most of the stream, and then I regret it later. You are not the first person to come into my stream and say, I've never seen someone do it that way. And usually it's because I've done something wrong. Fair. I'm like 2 months into the language, which is clearly the right time to start using unsafe and writing your own data structures. Teeny, you're not even supposed to. You're not even supposed to bring that up. The +5 thing, it's too good. It's too good. We're just gonna forget that happened, except that it's, on Twitch and YouTube. It's on Twitch for 60 days. It turns out if you have Prime and, like whatever, I live in the US, so we all have Prime. We all do. We get it as part of our citizenship at this point. Just kidding. But you've sent me. I have your lints open still, Vivex. I do appreciate the coding lints. I have it open. I haven't put it in. I'm sure it would probably tell me all the things I've done wrong. No, my joke about being in the US and it using Prime is like it actually it saves my videos for 60 days. It's kind of silly how many things they give you for being Prime for free on Twitch, but I know it's also like Amazon just trying to probably increase engagement on its little acquisition to make investors happy. Anyway, random. Germany. Well, Indisneer is he's all about the German. So he's even done some streaming for learning German. So, you know, help me out with Rust, help him out with German, and it's all good. Yeah. Let's see. Out of points. You should keep up with it. And if you know, go follow Indisneer if you want to follow, you know, some German content. Some American. Oh, what? What do you mean? That's not a recognized command? Do I really not know how to shout out using the freaking thing? Can I not shout out this guy? How does this work? Oh well, you see him right there. Sorry, Indisneer, I'm not very good at this. American-German fusion. Exactly. Alright. Let's get back to this. Let's see. I actually have to think, which is unfortunate. This indicates a bug in the program because it performed an invalid operation and caused #undefined behavior TM. I love how they capitalize this because it is like a thing in Rust. Like if you read through all their stuff, undefined behavior, capitalized. It's like a very specific thing. I don't know. I just think it's funny. Okay, so it's saying that my right is potentially wrong when I add this self.len. Yeah, interesting. We might have to add some more print debugging in order to figure out where this is actually breaking. Times the type size. I don't. It's a good question. I didn't. Ooh, you know what? I think you might be right. Right. So I have my pointer. I have my size. My size of t depends on what my offset should be. So realistically, I'm just writing out that is it. I remember that now. We had the size of, we used size of in that. Now, of course, that requires. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because t it's okay for t to be, t is already sized. I always forget about this sometimes. T is sized unless you declare it as unsized. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a really good call out. I think that is the problem. I guess the thing that is a little confusing to me, I mean, I get what you're saying, but then like this error says Alec has size 2, and then I'm pointing to 8 bytes starting at offset 0 is out of bounds, which would seem to mean to me that, like, I don't know. I would think that I'm actually going further, right? Like I'm out of bounds, but count is in units of t. Okay, it does already do that. There is something I'm missing though. There's something I'm missing with, oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's in my grow. Let's see. Okay. So when I create my layout, no, the layout takes t as well. So I create my layout for my array for this t with a certain capacity. I have new cap in new layout. Of which type do you get the pointer? Of which field? I'm not completely sure what you mean, Justice, to be honest with you. Like, so I have a non-null wrapper on my pointer. That's my type, right? And it's on vec puter, as I like to call it. Oh gosh, I'm on vec. Oh my god. This isn't even my code. I'm reading their code and I'll be like, this looks right. And this is Rustonomicon's code. Oh my god. I'm being dumb. Sorry, guys. Okay. So again, you know, based off that, we have this. Yeah. Right. That was really funny. I'm like, this code is right. It's like literally copied from Rustonomicon. Awesome. Okay, so I have my pointer in a non-null wrapper over T, you know, whatever, non-null pointer, however you want to call it. Okay, so then very similar to the vec implementation, we have our layout, we have our array over T, one.unwrap. How about when we get a new capacity? It's still parameterized by T and capacity. And then when we're growing, we just pass the layout. So again, I'm not 100% sure how that could be the problem. It could be that I'm actually this part where I'm, so it's saying the right is out of bounds. Look at your push. I am looking at my push. I'm getting there. If self.cap equals self.line. Yeah, I know. End is near. You're about to get timed out. No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, it hates my right. Both the starting and resulting pointer must be either in bounds or 1 byte past the end. Oh, 1 byte past the end? Oh, wait. The starting and resulting pointer must be either in bounds or 1 byte past the end of the same allocated object. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm pushing a new value, right? Let's say that our item equals 1. We have a current length of 5. We don't even need to call grow. Let's just pretend, right? So we have a current capacity. Our capacity based on our other logic would be 8. Okay, let's say this is where we're at. We have our pointer. We get our raw pointer. That's all as pointer does. And we want to write the item at an offset of, let's see, at an offset of 5, right? Like an index of 5, the way we would think about it with an array. And so if we add 5, that would get us to where we want to write. Okay. But no, somebody said that add takes into account the size of, see, T sized. Like it takes into account the size of the type that we're writing. Yeah, it appears to do that in Disney. And that's why I updated the length afterwards. I am a little bit confused because I was able to, this actually didn't come into play until I started calling pop. Does the new size of resize take the type size into account? I don't see how it couldn't. And you mean like when I'm reallocating, right? Like when I'm resizing my underlying array. Like I'm using the layout that I generated using, oh, nope, that's it. That's it. It's this new cap. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, this is it. It's this realloc right here. So what did we do with realloc? We passed the original pointer. We passed out the layout of our previous allocation, right? And so if we use the place where we actually failed at, right? Alloc has a size of 2. So pointer to 8 bytes starting off at 0 is out of bounds, right? So I allocated, this is the first realloc basically. I allocated 2. And it's not good because each, and that in other words, and each thing, yeah, I allocated 2. Shrink or grow a block of memory to the given new size in bytes. Yep, that's it. So this is the new cap, and so this is why this is wrong. So it's not. So this is new cap. That's fine. We'll just put it here for now. We'll say new size, right, equals new cap times. I know this one. I think I already have it. Mem size of. Let's see if I have it. Was that on my other one? I think that's all right. We'll put it up there in a second. I lost my place. Here. Let's see if we can get my LSP to work. Nope. Why would it work? Why would it want to work? Mem size of T. I want to say it's something close to that. New layout dot size. Yeah, I didn't create a new layout, but maybe that's like what I should do. Okay, it's the parameterized little guy like this. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then I just need to do std_mem. So I get that people would probably create a new layout and then, yeah. I'm just gonna do a new one. I don't like having nested things from stud with brackets and the whole thing. It feels wrong. We'll just do this. Okay. And then we have new size. I know. I mean, I definitely, you can tell I have biases just because I'm not used to something, right? So we're just rolling with it. Is that unwrap doing the copy into the new memory? No, it's not. It's not. Which unwrap are you talking about? You mean in the layout? Where is it? Up here? Is that what you're talking about, engineer? Unwrap in Rust is usually just like you're unwrapping a value that's inside of a result, or you can technically do it on like an option type. But yeah, no, it's basically like getting the value inside of a wrapper. That's all that unwrap's doing. So this is just a value that I'm creating. So I'm creating the memory layout for an array of size T with its capacity. And then if the allocation is too large, this will return an error. Yeah, and I'm basically saying I don't care if this fails. and I am doing this assert to try to handle it. That's how Rustonomicon did it. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but that's how they did it. So I just rolled with it. Well, yeah. So this is the part, like, yesterday. No, so there's a difference. There's a difference. Okay, so I could use, let me think about this. No, see, this layout size is actually my old one. So it is a confusing way of doing this. I admit, because yeah, this is using the current capacity, not the new capacity. So I talked about this on my stream yesterday, that I didn't like the way this code was written. And I mostly just rewrote it from memory from Rustonomicon. So, and I was kind of like, it's kind of weird, because you know that if you're using Realic, right, you're having to pass the old layout. So like, in some ways, I would probably even prefer to just like save layout, instruct. I don't know how normal that is, but it's like, yeah, it's cheap to create, but at the same time, like, why go through the mental burden of creating it every time? Why not just save it in the struct? That's kind of how I felt about it. That was my rant yesterday about it, and I just kept it this way because I was just trying to get it to work. But if I was to like refactor it, that's probably one of the things I would change, because I think it makes the code confusing also, because here the layout I'm returning is actually my new layout, and then here the layout I'm returning is my old layout. The value layout means two different things depending on what's happening in this conditional. I'm not copying the values yet. Yeah, I'm just allocating. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, realloc actually does it for you. So since I'm passing the pointer, right, to my original array, and then I'm passing the original layout, and that's how it knows how big the memory block for, you know, my original array is. And then I give it a new size, and then Rust does the magic of saying, okay, yeah, I can get this memory block over here, and then realloc is going to send me back that new pointer, right? And then that's what I'm updating the pointer to in my code down here for the actual vec. So, or sorry, stack, right? I think the other thing that Rustonomicon did that does make sense, and is probably worth doing if we're going to do more array stuff, which we are, is probably just going ahead and creating a raw vec abstraction, and then we just kind of get rid of some of these things that we'd have to implement over and over again, just so that we could have, you know, raw pointer access, just so that we could have a real array in our data structures. Stream. Did my stream like disappear for a second? What was that about? Zoom literally just like screwed over my whole stream for like 1 second. That was weird. That was weird. Are people still there? Are we still alive? Are we still streaming? Okay. I think we're okay. We are back. Okay. Yeah. Well, nice. Okay, let me refresh my my chat over here. Yeah, let me see. Oh, it just like, okay, here we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. Come on. Come on, Mackie. You can do this. Let's see if touch bar has taken over my system again. That was my fault. No, it hasn't. That was just my fault for keeping Zoom open. Ugh. Bad call. We are even more people now. We have multiplied. Let's see. Hey, Miri likes us. That means that there are no problems at all in our code. No, the evaluating program did not leak memory. No, okay. That's cool. So it tells us that we have a memory leak. All good. That's fine. Let's run Vanguard again just to see what it says. Let's just run it with Nightly and pretend that we care. Pretend that it does something for us. All right. There we go. This is what I want to see. We are leaking memory. Thank God. Thank God we are leaking memory. Okay, cool. And that's because we haven't actually implemented drop, right? We're not deallocating yet. It did. So memory told me that I have Miri told me that I have I don't know why. All right, we're going to show just the magic of warp. Oh, look at that. I press up and I go to the last block of execution. Wow. Just innovation. Yeah, so it did say the evaluated program leaked memory, and I think that's why we got the error at the end, right? So even though it was okay because I didn't actually have a memory error, I am leaking. But Justice, you're gonna make me go up again? I have to press the up arrow again? No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah. So did I miss this, or is this something else? Did I? Okay, let me just, oh no, that was 2 up. Okay, let's just run Miri again. That way we know we're getting the, yeah, I might have, Justice. It's so German of you. No, you just missed it. I don't know, felt German. You just missed it, buddy. You just completely missed it. All right. No, there it is. No, you're totally fine. I'm all about the direct. I live in the South now, and people don't know how to be direct. You're good. Yeah. Okay, sick. Memory leaked, allocated here. Yeah, all right. So now let's implement drop and see if these go away. How does that sound? So we know we're at, I don't know how to do this without a mouse to actually get up to the next one, because I don't care enough, because I really doubt I'm going to be using Rust. I doubt I'm going to be using warp very much longer. All right, so we're at 12.8K there, and we have the Miri errors. Yeah, so I don't know if I finished my sentence, but here in the South, nobody's direct. And I grew up in California, kind of used to being direct, and out here people think that's rude or something. I don't know what's up. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Do you have a link or something? And I'll open it up, and that way I can get, I have a list of links to look at, including Vivax's Clippy config. So yeah. Sweet. Okay, good times. Where are we at? I already forgot. We're implementing drop. All right, so let's implement drop. So I am gonna forget how to do this. Impl drop for back T. Don't tell me though. Don't backseat right now, okay? Let me figure it out. No, drop is pretty easy. Drop's not. I mean, I sometimes forget the syntax. The code does disappear. Yeah, it's based on my eye motion. When I look away, it didn't do it that time. Now it's actually just Emacs being down. It didn't really do that until I installed the Rust tools into Emacs. Emacs was fine before Rust. Or how my Emacs froze when I was using unsafe Rust and I got an error code 69 yesterday. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh crap, it's almost 4. I gotta go soon. No, yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. The Rust tools have been totally good. Probably half the things I say aren't serious justice. I'm sorry. I joke around a lot. Stallman says "nigh." Yeah. Nigh or knee. Either way. He says he's a nigh. Yeah, he's not down with the Rust, I guess. Okay. Ample drop for Vec. We have... Do we have to be public for drop? Compiler will tell us. Probably. It can actually generate implementations of traits. Yeah, I know you can like derive drop, but I really doubt it will do that for something that is that uses unsafe and manual memory allocation, right? It doesn't seem like it would. Actually, I probably need the actual thing because I'm finally consuming it. You don't mean derive. Oh, if your editor supports code actions, it can just generate all the methods. All right. I don't know what editor you use, but I don't know if I have this fancy stuff. Right, impl for vec t and so on. Okay. Yeah. I've seen that. I'm sure I can do it. I just don't know. I don't know how. Let's see. Rust analyzer. Come on. What? What happened to this? Rust. Yeah, I know there's a way to do this. I don't know how to do it. I've never used the LSP before, to be honest with you, because I'm just really awesome at every language that I've programmed in before. But me using Emacs, it's totally a skill issue though. It's not Emacs's fault. eglot is my LSP. I wonder if it might actually be in here. Let's see. Impl drop. Let's try this. Come on. You can do this. I believe in you. Impl drop for vec t. Come on. And then I have to do meta space. No. Nothing. Usually it would give me like completion options. Okay. I'll have to look into that later. We'll just do it manually. We can do it. We're gonna be okay. Okay. Function drop. I don't know why I wrote item. Obviously I don't need item. I just need the self. Yeah, Helix is great for Rust development. I get that. Okay. So we have our drop. The main thing we want to do now, I saw this was part of the Rustonomicon thing, is that they actually pop everything off of so they do this. They do, well, they actually do a less nice version of this. They do self.pop. What is it? Sum, or is sum. Yeah. So they do something like this. You need to trigger the drop for all the contained items. Yeah. That's what I would, that was my guess. Yeah, that was my guess. And what I said on stream is that I'm guessing it's because it's triggering drop for if drop is implemented for T, right? I think that's probably fair. It doesn't like this so far. Cannot mute. Oh my god. Drop is implemented for everything. Yeah, I think what I meant is if you... Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let me think about this real quick. No, you're right. Okay, so no matter what, you would want to do this, regardless of what your type is. I mean, the thing is for like a primitive type, right? Like a basic type. Me calling self.pop, like for instance, the use size stack that I have. Me calling self.pop isn't going to do a whole lot if I'm just going to delete all the underlying memory anyway, right? But if it's a more complex type where there's something special happening in the drop implementation, then it would actually matter, right? That was my explanation. I'm interested in other explanations. I just do something like while let some... Yeah, that's fair. You like that better because it's more expressive. I actually like that too. Here, let's look real quick. Well, then I'm going to know. Okay, we'll look at their implementation after. I actually like that better too, because you're not making someone try to guess why you did something, right? Yeah, great point. Okay, so we did that, and then we're gonna need an unsafe in order to dealloc, and I'm pretty sure dealloc is just something along here, and we just need our self.putter and our layout. Now, what doesn't make sense about layout again, and this brings me back to the point again of like, why did we not save our layout anywhere? I'm having to create a new layout here. That's the refactor I want to do, because like, again, I just want to pass a layout. Like, why would you go about creating a new layout? And if you weren't watching yesterday, this, like, why I'm complaining doesn't make sense to you, and it's mostly because I'm thinking through, now that I'm doing it myself, why would Rustonomicon do it a certain way, especially since you would think they're doing it in a way that's like more like a good reference implementation, but I don't particularly like it. Yeah, exactly. No, they're just making it themselves, and I didn't like that. Granted, I didn't see all their refactoring. Maybe they fixed that in a refactoring. I don't know. I gotta go and 4 minutes. I really have to finish this. All right. It's not self.layout, right? We could do this right here. It's ugly, but we could do this. It does change with the new capacity every time, but you could just save it with the like every time that you created a new layout. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Yeah. I mean, if you really, really cared about it, right? Yeah, if you wanted to save the 16 bytes, you know. I mean, I guess it's, yeah, I mean, I guess. So I have to do the whole new, wait, actually I think it's just this, isn't it? It's not new. It's just layout array T. Yeah, that's what it is. And then we just pass our capacity. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I think that's actually it there. So there's that. What don't you like about this? Not found in scope? Is it because I have to do this probably? No, you still don't like it? Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. That's true, but then yeah, you have a convenience method or something, which I still feel like is nicer than having to remember the syntax over and over again. Remove these generics. Oh, it's the impl T first. That's what it is, isn't it? Is it like this? But then I actually take it off of drop, right? I know you gave me the answer. I'm just trying to figure it out myself. It still hates me. Why does it hate me now? Impl drop for vec. This is my vec. This isn't your vec. This is my vec. All right, let's see. Impl T drop for vec T. That's what I did. Interesting. It didn't complain about, oh, it's stack. Oh my god, I'm just being stupid. I was so in the weeds with the whole vec stuff that I forgot what we were even implementing. Okay, that might help. Okay, what are you saying here? Method drop takes a mutable reference. I couldn't remember. I thought maybe it just consumed the type. And what do you hate about this? You're not going to tell me? Okay. Good times. Really good editor. Granted, I do not spend a lot of time playing with it, but yeah. Let's see what the actual error is. Alec. Okay. Arguments to this function are incorrect. Oh, it's because I didn't... It's my fault. It's my fault. It's this. You can't pass this. And then it requires it to be binary, so I'm gonna have to do this. I'm pretty sure. Okay. And what don't you like about this? Oh yeah, I didn't unwrap that. If our layout is wrong there and we can't unwrap, we've got problems. We've got problems. Hey, look at that. All right, let's just do... I am not familiar with OpenGL, TBH. Should we just go right to Miri? Sure. I don't have time to fix anything if there's anything wrong, but we'll go right to Miri. See what it says. Hey. Miri thinks we're memory leak free. Let's see about valgrind. Yeah, 4HT impl drop for stack T. Yeah, totally. Yeah, 4.8K. So this is actually better than we were. When we first ran valgrind before even adding all those elements, we were at 5.2. Then we were up to like 12 something, right? 12 point something. And now we're down to 4.8. So memory leak solved, hopefully. Hey, I'm pretty happy. I'm patting myself on the back. We used some unsafe Rust. We implemented the easiest data structure in the world. Maybe not in Rust, but you know, a stack is just so simple. You know, if I would have just used, you know, like a, you know, linked list underneath or something like that, then that'd be different. But, you know, I didn't. But, yeah, I don't know what leak is from. It could be from the VEC implementation somehow. Maybe they have a problem. I don't really know. But 4.8K, it's not bad. Java leaks, you know, more memory than that every millisecond. So kind of joking. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta go. I said I'd be done by 4 for sure, and I am not, surprisingly. Isn't that a surprise? But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for the chats. It was great to kind of work through this. Valgrind did end up being pretty helpful. Miri was probably even more helpful because of reasons. I thought it was an easier thing to use. But I'm pretty happy, and we were able to like kind of see how tooling helps when you're writing unsafe Rust to make sure that you did the right thing. Hey, thanks for this follow, Justice. You know, I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna help me out this much, you're gonna talk, and then you're not gonna follow. No, I'm just kidding. No, really, thank you for the follow. Have a good night. I know it's late for you. If you want to do the whole YouTube thing, it's there. If you want to catch earlier stuff and you don't want to watch them on Twitch for some reason, you can do it on YouTube as well. And yeah, thanks a lot. And we'll catch you next time. I should be streaming tomorrow unless I'm just forgetting something really obvious. But we should be getting, I was going to say we're going to get into a queue, but then I realized actually we want to implement a linked list first. So tomorrow I think we're going to start on a linked list. So fun times. That'll be fun. It'll be different. And we shouldn't really need to use anything unsafe from what I can think of in my head, but we'll find out. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks a lot. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't need unsafe, right? We just have a wrapper. We have some nodes. It's just random. It's going to put it in random places on the memory, in memory. We shouldn't have to allocate anything manually. Cool. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.